Scrappers. This is Andrea Jones from Island Mommy Studios. How y'all doing today? This is my first episode of a brand new series I'm calling Studio Calico Saturday. So the basic idea of this is that every Saturday I'll use my monthly Studio Calico kits to experiment with an idea from the Studio Calico Blog. On their blog, they post sketches, challenges, tutorials, and they have very inspiring layouts as well. So today, I was inspired with the Studio Calico sketch and this pinwheel tutorial on their blog. So I'll post the link below. And it was by Dana Fleckenstein. And she posted there on June 9th. So anyway, with this tutorial, what you do is you cut a square and then you score it. You fold it how I was just showing you there. You score it on both sides, and then you cut up about 2/3 of the way up on those lines, and then put a pop dot under every other one and bend it up, just like how I'm showing you there. I'm really bad at explaining things, so just bear with me until I get better. And the whole idea is for me to use my Studio Calico kits, and I'm actually subscribed to the Scrapbook kit, the card kit, and the Project Life kit. So, and I love that. So, I've never actually, I think that most scrappers know how to make these pinwheels, but I've never actually done that, and it was fun. You know, I just had fun with it, and Dana Fleckenstein on her tutorial recommends using like double-sided paper or cardstock, but I kind of like the effect with the white background. That was a piece from my card kit, the blue one there with the gold heart. And I kind of went a little further with it and bent up the ends of my pinwheel because I kind of like the dimension that it shows. So that's that. And I kind of fuss a lot with this page, but that's just me sometimes. Sometimes I'm very, I'm thinking too much, and sometimes I'm not. Okay, so there I am cutting just scrap white cardstock that I use to layer behind my photo. And I love doing that because it just puts so much emphasis on my photo, and I kind of like the effect. I like a lot of white on my pages. I can't lie. And my scrapbook style has actually evolved over time. You know, I've only been scrapping, I think, since 2012, but, you know, in the beginning, I think I was more of a traditional scrapbooker, and it took me a while to really find what I liked the best. I would actually copy other people's layouts on Pinterest and on different blog sites, and did exactly what they did, every paper placed where they placed, and that actually taught me how to scrapbook, or kind of gave me creativity, because sometimes I think I'm unsure of my personal creativeness, but I know I'm a really good duplicator. I can duplicate drawings and scrapbook pages. So I just kind of did that, and I copied different layouts. Well, they call it scrap lifting different layouts I would find online, all different styles, until I found a style that really appealed to me. Marcy Penner is one of my favorite scrapbookers, and you know, for a long time I would scrap lift her layouts, and you know, the past year and a half, I guess, I started just, you know, my style developed, and I went with it, and I think I like how my style turned out. I don't know if it'll ever stay the same, but I'm always trying to push my creativity, and that's why I like sketches and tutorials like what I'm doing today, because it pushes the limits that my creative limits. It pushes it so that I can grow, you know, like with these pinwheels. Like, I first looked at them and I thought, that's not really my style, but I thought, let me just do it and see if I like it. I can change the paper, I can change the size, I can change the embellishment, and see if I can work that into what appeals to me. And, you know, I really like it. I think I'm going to make them from, you know, here and there. So this is actually a chip. This is what came in one of my Studio Calico kits, and it's a chipboard sheet, a small one, and I popped all the chipboards out, and I thought, oh my gosh, a stencil. I don't have very many stencils. And I can't remember who I saw doing this the other day, but I was like, that would work perfect. So I use that. I actually, I think I'm going to use the circles too. So I'm saving those. I used to save them all the time, and I never used them, and I got rid of them. But there you go. I just had a creative moment, and I was very proud of myself because it was original. It wasn't something that I've seen people, reuse their products that way. So, but I'm sure they have. So there I go. And I wanted to let you guys know I do use a lot of glue because I live in a very humid climate, and when I was reorganizing my albums, a lot of my pages fell apart with just using the double-sided adhesive. So that's why I started using a stapler more, sewing, and liquid glue, because I have so many layouts I have to fix now. So these titles are chipboard letters that came in a Studio Calico kit. I don't know if you noticed, you probably did, but the O was actually a Q because I used my O. So I had to alter that, and they're not perfect, but that's okay. And I painted them with a light blue paint that I made from the paints in my stash. So I like how it turned out, It's not, maybe it's not my favorite thing on the page, but in 5 years, it's not going to bother me. And that's just kind of been my outlook, because it would take me hours to do scrapbook pages. So I just, it really, like, I lost the fun that I was having with scrapbooking in the beginning. So that's why I'm on this new mission with following tutorials and doing things like that, because I need to push this creativity, and I love scrapbooking, and it shouldn't be a chore, at least for me. This is, my escape from the real world, my escape from being a mom, my escape from being a housewife. So I just really want it to be fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with the YouTube videos, and it put a whole new determination in me for my scrapbooking. It gives me a purpose to share with others what I do, even though, like, I was very overwhelmed and surprised by all the compliments that I've been getting, because I'm so new and I learn mostly from other YouTube videos, and it just really surprised me and caught me off guard with things, because you're your own worst enemy. Like I tell myself, I'm just not the most creative person in the world, but I want to be. I really do. So I love watching YouTube videos and learning from you guys. So thank you for all of the nice compliments and thumbs up. I just really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think anybody was going to watch these videos when I first started. So, okay, there I am. I'm just sticking my embellishments under my layers. That's another reason why I use a lot of white layered cardstock behind my photo, because I can use those layers to stick in embellishments at different depths. So that's just something that I personally like. And that's, in the corner, that was a piñata die cut. So I fussy cut that out, and because at my son's birthday party, which this photo is of him sitting at his cupcakes, we made a piñata for him, and that was like that's all the kids wanted to do, is with the piñata. And as you can see, my son's face, he looks angry, but he's actually he doesn't like a lot of attention on him, so he was just putting his head down, being a 4-year-old in this picture. Oh, yep, there I went with, I messed up my date stamp. I just about always mess up putting my dates down. So if you have any tips for that, please let me know. Yeah, I mess up my date stamp all the time, so. I keep wanting to use, like I heard somebody say, like, to use a mouse pad under it. I keep trying to use my mouse pad, but I always forget, because when I start getting in my creative zone, like, I can't see anything else but my page sometimes. So I've tried doing that, and that works pretty well, but I just forget to use it. So the ink I'm using is Studio Calico Color Theory, and I believe that is Glass Slipper, and the other ink, the black ink I used, was VersaFine Black Onyx. And by the way, the reason I'm doing this Studio Calico series is because, you know, just about since the beginning of my, you know, I've been a subscriber since October of 2012, I think. Hold on, let me check. 2013. And I love their kits. They're so awesome. So I'm like completely obsessed with Studio Calico. Completely. I love everything they come out with, and if I don't love it at the time that I get it, I save it and I love it again later. So, and you know, I'm journaling, and I stuck pretty closely with the sketch this time, except instead of the strips of paper, I used the ink, the pen, and that stencil. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to do my next video in this series. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh, why